Hi everyone, Joe for JaspysCaseBreaks.com. Happy Monday, coming at you with a 6-box break of 2024 Topps Resurgence Football Hobby Edition. Pick your team number 5. Big thanks to this group for making it happen. Here on a Monday, the 7th, 2025. Luis, Last Spot Mojo for you. I think maybe double Last Spot Mojo? No, just double Last Spot Mojo. Yeah, Seahawks and Texans. Now we did pull a few teams out for a random number block, and we did that in a different video. And here are the results. It's a serial number style break for just those three teams right there. Now there's probably going to be a lot of non-numbered base cards and inserts. We're going to gather those as one lot and randomize them to one person in the break. So we'll do that at the end of the video. I think all the hits should be numbered, but if there's any non-numbered hits, we'll randomize those too, as well, to somebody in the group. The first non-numbered hit will go to the name on top. Second non-numbered hit will go to the name, second name down, so on and so forth. We'll go 1, 2, 3 for the left side, 4, 5, 6 for the right side. And it'll be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll save this for the next break, pick your team 6. I know it's going to be kind of hard to see, but you should be able to see against the reflection those little Sharpie squiggle marks on there. And there's I think there's about 10 or so teams left in the second half of this break. And we're going to put that into a filler after we're done with this. So get your teams now before they're bundled up into some sort of filler. Grizzlebees, what's going on? Happy Monday. Dodgers in Milwaukee tonight. Game's coming up soon. All right, good luck everybody. Doesn't say no vet common, so I'm assuming all cards will ship here. And our first autograph is a nice one, Bo Nix. Denver is a random number block team. And this is not numbered. Not sure why. I don't know who did this random number block. Probably not the best filler for this type of break, but we'll roll with it. So, when I randomize all the names in the random number block group, name on top, right, we'll get this Bo Nix auto, along with any non-numbered base cards for Chicago, Denver, and New England. I'm sure there'll be a lot of, which should include a bunch of rookie cards for these players too. So we'll do that at the very end. It's Marshawn Lloyd to 275. Packers, that'll be for Jeremy H. And our next autograph is Peyton Wilson for Pittsburgh. That's going to go to Bennett and the Steelers. We'll do a little autograph recap at the end of this as well, along with any other notable cards. All right, so like this Bo Nix will also be part of, and that Jaden Daniels. Retrovision will be part of that non-numbered lot. Although no, sorry, Jaden Daniels, Alan Matsui picked up Jaden Daniels straight up, or the Commanders straight up. Number block teams are only the Bears, Broncos, and Patriots. There's Antonio Freeman. I thought that might be number. Oh, it is number. There it is. To 175. Packers. And there's Will Levis, 2/50 conductors, Ray Wave. That'll go to Brian H. Antonio Freeman will go to Jeremy H. The base Jaden Daniels for Allen. Theo Johnson to 275 for the Giants. That'll be for Mark. And the patch auto is Jermaine Burton. 68/75, 3-color, dual relic, neon purple ink autograph. That'll be for Austin and the Bengals. We're on to Cincinnati. All right, box 1 done. I'm sure there's a lot of NFL news happening here. Some guys are being arrested. A couple allegedly stole $2 million from an ex-Dolphin safety. Steelers GM has a new 3-year deal. We've got some stadium news happening here. The Kansas Legislative Committee has extended the deadline for the Chiefs and Royals to take advantage of the stadium financing plan from the state. Kansas Legislative Coordinating Council unanimously approved the extension to use bonds to cover 70% of the stadium's cost if the teams decide to relocate to the state. Now, the new deadline is June 30th, 2026. So they're looking for an answer by the end of the year. Interesting. They're trying to lure those teams across the border. They're going to offer to cover 70% of the safety. All these cities giving these billionaire owners a break. Here is Ricky Williams, flipped around for some reason. And a Malik Neighbors to 249, 60/249 for the Giants. That'll be for Mark. Trey Benson, Aqua Wave to 249. That'll be for Shane and the Cardinals. The edge, Edgerrin James to 99. That'll be for Wesley and the Colts. And another Jermaine Burton dual relic and autograph to 125. Different parallel. That's another one for Austin in Cincinnati. Starting your Jermaine Burton PC, whether you intended to or not. Malik Neighbors, yellow to 225. Ooh, and a Resurgence rookie signature, Jaden Daniels. Nice redemption for Allen. Congrats. Here's Xavier Worthy to 149. That's going to go to the Chiefs. That'll be for Jonathan. And we got a Aeneas Smith for the Fly Eagles Fly. That's going to go to Austin and the Eagles. Another box. And then another stadium news in the NFL. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine has signed a 2-year, $60 million budget that sets aside $600 million, or $60 billion budget that sets aside $600 million in unclaimed funds for a new Cleveland Browns stadium. The governor signed the budget late Monday night, 45 minutes before the deadline, blah, blah, blah. I guess they're going to get a little help too. Are they moving? So are they definitely moving? Last October, the Browns announced they informed the city of Cleveland of their intention to build a state-of-the-art stadium entertainment complex in Brook Park, which is the same county but 15 miles south of Cleveland, when their stadium lease expires at the end of the 2028 season. So we'll see how that works out. We got Jim McMahon to 249. And we got James Harrison to 275. Jim McMahon will go to Bears 0. It's 130 out of 249. So that'll go to Greg. Here's Ray Davis. Rookie auto to 249. That's going to go to Brian and the Bills. Buffalo! Tommy Eichenberg, 264 out of 275 for my Raiders. It's going to go to Jonathan. And we've got Amped Up, dual relic and autograph, Xavier Leggett. Carolina, that's going to go to Wesley. Don't think that's numbered. It's not numbered. Here is a Glimmers and Gleam Terry Bradshaw to 99. That'll be for Bennett and the Steelers. Brett Favre to 275 for Jeremy and the Packers. Here's Troy Franklin for Denver. That's another non-numbered auto for Denver. So this will go, we're going to separate the hits out for the randomizer. So that'll go to the second name down. All right, halfway through this half case break, second half in the store right now. JaspysCaseBreaks.com. We do have a little baseball in progress as well. Tigers leading the Rays 2-1. Rockies, Red Sox are tied at 1 after the bottom of the second. Looks like Marlins, Reds delayed. Looking like probably weather. Dodgers, Brewers just started. In the bottom half of the first, Brewers up to bat. Looks like Pirates, Royals just started scoreless, and Blue Jays, White Sox about to start scoreless. Or they have started, but both games are scoreless. Guardians, Astros later on tonight, and then Rangers, Angels, Diamondbacks, Padres, and the late game Phillies, Giants. Ray Davis to 275. Brian and the Bills. There's Marshawn Lloyd to 275. Jeremy and the Packers. And we've got Tyler Newman. 99 out of 249 Aqua Wave autograph for the New York Football Giants. That's going to go to Mark and the Giants. Thurman Thomas to 225. Drake May, Conductors. It's a non-numbered card, part of that non-numbered lot that we'll randomize for the number block group at the end. We got a big patch auto, Spencer Rattler. 3-color patch, gold ink autograph, 11 out of 50. Brian H. and the Saints. Could make a run at the QB1 spot. Yeah, Dodgers are playing the Brewers. There's a base Caleb Williams. That'll be part of that non-numbered group. Got out of 25, Voltaic, Ricky Williams. Brian and the Saints. Jacob Cowing to 175. For Wesley and the Niners. And we got a Blake Corum rookie autograph. Eric Leal and the Rams. 238 out of 249. Although Dodgers have been struggling last week or so. Offense is not quite clicking. Guys are banged up a little bit. As a Dodgers fan, are there any teams that you are apprehending? Oh, I'm terrified of your Cubs, Rex. That's what you want to hear, right? Man, remember how they scored 28 runs against the Cardinals, the mighty Cardinals? It's quaking in our boots about the mighty Cubs. I mean, MVP Pete Crow Armstrong. What can't he do? Terrified. You know, man, there's just the surprise of the season. Hype train just running loose, steaming down the tracks. Man, top of the NL Central, scoring runs left and right. You know, you got guys have chips on your shoulders because Suzuki was what a snub, just the biggest snub in all time. Terrified of the Cubs. There's your answer, Rex. Here's Charles Tillman, molecular marks to 10. Nice low number there, so that's going to go to Bears 2. That'll be for Addison. I mean, in all seriousness, if the Dodgers are not healthy, then you know they're just like any other team. They're a very vulnerable team to any team that's good or that gets hot at the right time. So if healthy, no, I have no apprehension. Doesn't mean the Dodgers are going to sweep their way to the World Series. But if they're healthy, you know, I'm not apprehensive at all about any team that we face. Obviously, anything can happen in any given series, but no, I mean Yankees. If they're healthy and clicking, that's a scary team. I don't want to face Detroit. Detroit seems like they've got the pitching, they've got the hitting, they're young, they're hungry. Saw the Astros this weekend. That's a team that always is a thorn in the Dodgers' side. No, I'm not. You know, no one in the NL really scares me. I mean, obviously, division rivals like the Padres can always get you in the playoffs. The Brewers are a really good team. Cubs, Phillies, if they're clicking. You know, Mets if they click too. But no, not really. There might be a couple of AL teams that kind of make me apprehensive if both teams are both healthy. It's Conductors Warren Moon to 149. But no, not really. I mean, I understand that doesn't mean I'm saying that Dodgers are going to win every game or they're going to win the World Series. Obviously, it's still difficult to do. You know, any given day there could be goofy things that happen in baseball. But no, if everyone's healthy, I have no apprehension. I understand the Dodgers could lose, obviously, but apprehension-wise, no, I have no apprehension for any team. Wesley and the Panthers. Cooper Jean to 225. Jermaine Burton to 75. Last box coming up. For the Dodgers, it's the classic. They can only beat themselves kind of thing. You know, if they take the foot off the gas, or if they play sloppy defense, or if the bats get cold, if they don't get healthy, you know, like the pitching staff. You know, the Dodgers have taxed their bullpen all year long, so that's going to be an issue. They're getting some starting pitching back. I think Glasnow's coming back this week. Blake Snell coming back maybe next week. Emmett Sheehan should be in the back end of that rotation for a little bit. They got to get some length out of those guys. Ooh. Andrew Vaughn just smoked a pitch from Yamamoto. It's a 3-run shot. Jesus. How far did that go? .409 feet, says Jason K. Yeah, you feel like could be the Tigers. Yeah, that's not a hot take, Rex. They are the favorites to win the AL. Plus 260. Next closest is Astros at plus 340. Dodgers are the favorite to win the NL at plus 115. Next closest is the Phillies at plus 460. Mets and Cubs are tied at plus 600, and then it jumps to Padres plus 1700. All right, final box. Good luck. And another Spencer Rattler for Brian. Joe Theismann to 225. It's going to be for Allen and the Commanders. And we got a patch auto, Dallas Turner. 2-color, dual relic, neon orange ink to 25. Nice low number on that. It's got the Vikes. Fred with the Vikings. Here's a Brett Favre Conductors, 4 out of 99. That's Vikings edition. That will be for Fred. Quinyon Mitchell, 25 out of 275. Austin with the Eagles. There's Randy Moss to 220, 275, that is. Baseball Knicks, that'll be part of the non-numbered group. Herman Moore to 199. It's for the Lions, it'll be for Wesley. And we got Will Levis. Art Flash autographs, Titans, that's going to go to Brian. All right, and that, my friends, is that. That's the break. First half of the case done. Second half of the case going into filler after this. So get into it while you can. All right, so let's flip back to random.org. Or excuse me, the list. So there are the names right there. Now, name on top will get the first non-numbered card that we pulled, the Bo Nix. Second name will get the Troy Franklin. Name on top will also get non-numbered cards for those three teams right here, the Chicago, Denver, and New England. Good luck. So top two after 8. 2 and a 6, 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And Alan, you get both. Alan Matsui, you get the Bo Nix, you get the Troy Franklin, you get all the non-numbered cards for those three teams, including the non-numbered rookie cards as well. Congrats, Alan. Thanks for getting in. Thanks, everybody. Let's do a quick recap. So these are going to Alan. Here are the rest right here. JaspysCaseBreaks.com. Next Resurgence in the store. Haven't seen a Drake May or a Caleb Williams. If we're looking for those, could be another Jaden Daniels. Could be another what? Could be another Bo Nix in here as well. So go check it out. JaspysCaseBreaks.com. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time for the next football break. Bye bye.